Let's talk about liberty, is a complex and multifaceted concept that holds different meanings depending on the context in which it is used. It generally refers to the state of being free from oppression, coercion, and undue restrictions, allowing individuals to exercise their rights, make choices, and pursue their own interests. Liberty is a fundamental value in political philosophy and is often associated with democracy, human rights, and individual autonomy. Here's a more detailed exploration of the concept. Personal freedom and autonomy. Liberty encompasses the idea that individuals should have the right to live their lives according to their own beliefs, values, and choices, as long as they do not infringe upon the rights of others. This includes the ability to express oneself, associate with whomever one chooses, and engage in activities that do not harm others. Civil liberties and human rights. Liberty is closely tied to civil liberties and human rights, such as freedom of speech, religion, assembly, and privacy. These rights protect individuals from government intrusion and ensure that they can participate fully in society without fear of repression. Political freedom. Liberty also relates to political freedom, meaning the ability to participate in the political process, vote, and have a say in how one's government is run. In democratic societies, political liberty allows citizens to have a voice in shaping laws and policies. Rule of law. Liberty is strengthened when societies uphold the rule of law, ensuring that laws are just, consistent, and applied equally to all citizens. The rule of law prevents arbitrary exercise of power and protects individuals from abuses by those in authority. Economic liberty. Economic liberty refers to the freedom to engage in economic activities without undue government intervention. This includes the ability to own property, start businesses, and make economic decisions that align with one's goals. Social equality. A just society promotes liberty by striving for social equality. When individuals have equal access to opportunities, education, and resources, they are better equipped to make meaningful choices and fully participate in society. Balancing rights and responsibilities. Liberty does not mean absolute freedom without limits. It requires a balance between individual rights and the greater good of society. Responsible exercise of liberty considers how one's actions impact others and respects the rights of others. Cultural and moral pluralism. Liberty recognizes the diversity of cultures, beliefs, and moral perspectives within a society. It allows individuals to pursue their own values as long as they do not harm others or infringe upon their rights. Limitations in the face of harm. In some cases, limitations on liberty may be necessary to prevent harm to individuals or society. For instance, certain actions that endanger others' safety or well-being might be restricted to preserve overall liberty. Historical and philosophical perspectives. The concept of liberty has been explored by numerous philosophers throughout history, including John Locke, John Stuart Mill, Isaiah Berlin, and many others. Different philosophical perspectives offer varying interpretations of the nature and limits of liberty. Liberty is a fundamental ideal that strives to ensure individuals have the space and opportunity to live their lives freely, while also respecting the rights and well-being of others and the needs of society as a whole. The interpretation and implementation of liberty can vary significantly across cultures, legal systems, and political ideologies. Now come to negative liberty and positive liberty are two contrasting concepts within the broader discussion of liberty in political philosophy. They represent different perspectives on what it means for individuals to be free and the role of society and government in promoting that freedom. Negative liberty. Negative liberty, often associated with thinkers like Isaiah Berlin, emphasizes the absence of external constraints or interference. In this view, individuals are free to the extent that they are not hindered or coerced by external forces, particularly by government or other authorities. Negative liberty is concerned with protecting individual rights and limiting the power of institutions to interfere in people's lives. Key points include non-interference. Negative liberty emphasizes the idea that individuals should be free from interference in their choices and actions. It's about having the space to pursue one's goals without being subject to coercion or external restrictions. Minimal state. Advocates of negative liberty often argue for a limited role of government, focusing on protecting individual rights and ensuring that individuals are not subjected to unjust restrictions. Civil liberties. This concept aligns closely with civil liberties, such as freedom of speech, religion, and privacy. Negative liberty advocates emphasize the importance of safeguarding these rights to ensure individual autonomy. Rule of law. A just legal system that upholds the rule of law is seen as crucial for negative liberty. Laws should be clear, consistent, and impartially enforced, preventing arbitrary interference. Positive liberty. Positive liberty, championed by philosophers like John Stuart Mill and more prominently by political theorist and philosopher T.H. Green, focuses on the conditions necessary for individuals to truly achieve their potential and lead fulfilling lives. It suggests that freedom is not just the absence of external constraints but also requires access to opportunities, resources, and the ability to realize one's potential. Key points include self-mastery and empowerment. Positive liberty emphasizes that true freedom involves self-mastery and the ability to overcome internal limitations, such as ignorance, lack of education, or poverty. To be free, individuals need the means to develop their capacities. Social justice. Advocates of positive liberty argue that society has a responsibility to ensure that all individuals have equal access to resources, education, and opportunities. This might involve more intervention by the state to create a level playing field. Collective action. Positive liberty recognizes that sometimes individuals might need to act collectively to overcome systemic barriers to freedom. This contrasts with negative liberty, which focuses more on individual autonomy. Equality. Positive liberty often sees equality as a necessary condition for true freedom. This includes not only legal and political equality but also economic and social equality to ensure everyone has an equal chance to flourish. Negative liberty focuses on the absence of external constraints, particularly government interference, as a measure of freedom. Positive liberty goes beyond this and emphasizes the presence of conditions that enable individuals to lead meaningful lives and develop their full potential. These concepts often lead to different discussions about the role of government, the nature of rights, and the responsibilities of society in promoting individual freedom. Several prominent scholars have contributed to the discussion and development of the concepts of negative liberty and positive liberty. Here are some key figures associated with each perspective. Negative liberty. Isaiah Berlin, 1909–1997, Berlin's essay, Two Concepts of Liberty, is a foundational work in the exploration of negative liberty. He argued that negative liberty focuses on the absence of external constraints and interference. Berlin emphasized the importance of safeguarding individual rights and limiting the reach of government to ensure individual autonomy. John Locke, 1632–1704, while not explicitly using the terms negative and positive liberty, Locke's ideas heavily influenced the development of negative liberty. His concept of the state of nature and the need for limited government to protect individual natural rights align with the idea of negative liberty. Robert Nozick, 1938–2002, Nozick's work, particularly his book, Anarchy, State, and Utopia, is associated with libertarian philosophy and negative liberty. He argued for a minimal state that primarily focuses on protecting individual rights and refrains from excessive intervention. Positive liberty. John Stuart Mill, 1806–1873, Mill's work, including his essay, On Liberty, contributes to the discussion of both negative and positive liberty. While he valued individual liberties and the importance of non-interference, Mill also advocated for interventions to ensure the development and well-being of individuals, especially in the areas of education and social conditions. T. H. Green, 1836–1882, Green is a key figure in the development of positive liberty. He argued that freedom involves the realization of one's potential, which requires social and economic conditions that enable individuals to overcome obstacles. Green emphasized the role of the state in promoting positive freedom through social and economic reforms. Charles Taylor, B. 1931. Taylor is a contemporary philosopher who has explored the relationship between positive liberty and identity. He has written about the importance of recognizing cultural and social factors that shape individuals' identities, and how a just society should enable individuals to develop their identities freely. Amartya Sen, B. 1933. Sen's capability approach is closely related to positive liberty. He argues that true freedom is not just the absence of constraints but the presence of the capability to achieve desired outcomes. Sen's work focuses on evaluating well-being and development based on individuals' capabilities. It's important to note that the concepts of negative and positive liberty are not always neatly separated, and there can be overlaps and nuances in the ideas of various scholars. The discussions around these concepts continue to evolve within political philosophy, with contemporary thinkers building upon the ideas of earlier scholars and addressing new challenges in understanding and promoting individual freedom. Thank you.